Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to be here, nice to see you all for the first time. I don't think it'll be the last for most of you. And thank you to everyone for your introductory remarks. I'd like to start talking a little bit about myself. I always like to do that. I've been in banking now for over 40 years. My early days, about 21 of those years, were spent in the UK, in what was then one of the biggest clearing banks, Midland Bank, who I worked for 16 years, and then I moved to an American bank for a short while, and then to a Canadian bank when the American bank sold its assets to the Canadian bank. That Canadian bank then proceeded to blow its brains out in the property market in London. So it became London's first workout bank. And so that's when I started my tour of the rest of the world working in distressed asset management. And since that time, my travels have taken me to Romania for a few weeks, to Hungary for 2 years, to Croatia for a year, to Macedonia for 2 years, interspersed with a period in the Gulf in Bahrain for 18 months, to Serbia for 5 years, and most recently to Latvia, where I spent 3.5 pleasant years working with what was then a new animal, where we took a bank that had failed, took out the good assets and made a new bank, and then I managed the remaining bad assets until I became aware that there was a new and exciting prospect, even more special in some ways than the old Parex Reverter organisation had been. And when I heard about it, I asked the appropriate people if I could be, or if they would consider me for selection. And in the end, it was agreed that I would be put in the selection process, which was then undertaken. And I'm pleased to say that as a result of that selection process, I'm happy to be sitting here in front of you to tell you about a little bit more about my priorities at the moment, which is in fact to move the organisation from where it stands today, which is let's say the fetus of an organisation that will need to be flexible, it will need to be growing, and then in the fullness of time contracting. So what I will say to you this morning in the short time that I have available is to give you a sort of snapshot of what is happening. What is happening at the moment is that we are interviewing potential candidates to grow this organisation and to complement what I've already found here is the basis of a very good team, and it's our intention to carry this quality on through the construction and development of this new organisation, to undertake our core tasks of corporate restructuring and recovery, and real estate management, asset management, and also with the intention to optimize the values of those assets that we've been given, and thereby gain the maximum cash back for the state and, of course, our principal objective, the taxpayer. So my priority is to get an organisation well settled, established, and ensure that we have adequate numbers of quality staff so that we can take quality decisions in respect of those assets. And I'd like to re-emphasise, these type of organisations, they're quite rare. They're special animals in the world of banking, these workout banks and asset management companies. And our underlying principles are important for me to bring to you today. And those are, of course, transparency, the practice of good governance principles, accepted standards of good governance, which includes, I am going to tell you, the prevention and our determination to stay away from political interference, and all governed by the rule of law. Now, we believe that these principles will underpin our efforts to achieve our principal objectives, which is, I repeat, to optimize value on the assets that we have received and to achieve the best cash outcome at the end of the day for the state. And that's basically all I want to say.